Hey bass players, let's test out this SansAmp XB Driver. The Tech 21 SansAmp XB Driver is a 100% all-analog dual-channel bass preamp and DI pedal designed to pack the tone shaping capabilities of a massive multi-amp rig into a single stomp box. The clean and drive channels are full-frequency, independent channels that can be used individually or blended together using the mix foot switch. When you're in mix mode, you have access to the crossovers for each channel. These sweepable low-pass and high-pass filters enable you to carve out the frequencies you want in each independent channel. Hey, before we dive into the tones, I just want to thank Sweetwater for helping out with today's video. If you're going shopping on their site, please support this channel by clicking the Sweetwater affiliate link in the description below. Thanks. Hey, for today's video, I'm using this Ernie Ball Music Man Stingray Special 5 in Harvest Orange. It's a beautiful finish, and you can only get it directly from the Music Man website. First things first on this pedal, you've got the on and bypass switch that engages the pedal. So you can set this in front of an amp and only use it as a boost or overdrive pedal or a completely different EQ setting. Next, we can select which channel. It's either going to be clean or it's going to be drive. Starting with the clean channel, going from right to left, you have a compressor. This is an all-analog FET-based compressor that bassists know and love. The crossovers aren't active because we're not in mix mode, so the next thing in line is a bass control centered at 80 Hz. Each of the controls features a plus or minus 12 dB of cut or boost. Next is the mid-shift and mid-control. The sweepable mid-shift goes from 100 Hz all the way up to 2K to help sculpt your tone. Next we have a treble that's centered at 3.2K, and that's a really awesome frequency for bass character. Last, we have the level control for the clean channel, and then it hits this master control for both channels. Now for the drive. This is a really great sounding drive. It can emulate everything from just an amp starting to break up to fully saturated overdrive. Again, we'll skip the crossover because we're not in mix mode, and we go onto the EQ channels, and they're exactly the same as what you have for the clean channel up top. Underneath the drive section, we've got several buttons. The first one we're going to look at is called Bite. When this one is engaged, it activates a presence boost in the drive channel to tighten up the sound. I think this is the same circuit that's in the GED 2112. But without it, the drive to me just sounds kind of woolly and out of control. So for me, I just leave it on all the time. Next is also a really handy button, and it's a pre-post switch. That changes the position of the mid EQ in the drive channel, whether it's before or after the drive. So out is for pre and in is for post. If it's post, that means you're just EQing after the drive, but as before, that means anything that you're adding or subtracting affects how much it's driving. That could be really helpful if you got a specific bit frequency that you want to poke out with some drive in the drive channel. All right, so before we go too much further and get into the mix mode, let's go ahead and listen to what the clean channel sounds like the way we have it right now. Take out some compression here. Gonna add a whole lot more. Now let's switch it over to the drive channel and see what that sounds like. Everything is going through this channel, nothing's going through the clean, and then we get to the master. So I can affect the level here. Here's the bite. With the bite in. I like the pokiness of that. Here's an example of what the pre and the post do for the mids. Let's say I want to accentuate 450 here. See how it pokes out? If I do it post, I'm just EQing after the drive. I'm not adding that frequency to the drive. I hope that makes sense. You got some bass control here. We can add a little bit more bass. All right, let's get into some fun stuff here. Now let's activate the crossover switch. We'll go into mix mode on the foot pedal, and we'll activate the crossover, and you'll see the two LEDs here. Now you've got two independent crossovers to shape the sound. For example, I could have all the lows going through the clean channel. I'm going to turn the level down here. All my lows are going through the clean channel. I'm going to turn that compression up. So a lot of big bass coming out nice and clean. And I can, if I want more bottom end, say from 300K on down. Turn up even more, have even more bottom end. Almost a full range sound. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Let's bring our drive back in. Let's say we don't want the drive to come in until over 300. That would make sense, right? If we got all the bottom coming in after 300 or before 300, we'll have all the drive after that. A little bit more drive. So you're affecting the level over here of your clean channel and your drive channel, and then this master volume is for both together, coming out of the unit into your amp or your DAW or whatever, wherever you're recording. So I think probably the most important tool you've got on this thing are the 2-level controls, because however you're getting that set, I mean, I could have a ton of drive, but really turn it down low. Or I could probably turn it up a little bit, turn the drive down a little bit. That's more like a tube amp that's been pushed a whole lot, but it's not quite into that distortion area. Maybe just a little bit of grit, and we can turn it up. And I can EQ some of the mids out. I can pull treble out of that. If I want to find that sweet spot mid. Pull some more treble back into it. Let's hear a little bit of this with some pick. Pull a little bit of treble out. I still like that bite switch. So the way I have this set up right now is probably the way I would use it, which is set up a lot of compression on the clean channel and really pump a lot of lows through that. Keep that nice and clean with all those lows pokey, and then I'll just bring in however much drive that I want if I was going to use the drive channel. You know, even if you didn't use any drive at all, I think as an EQ section to be able to sculpt your sound on the top and the bottom end, what a great pedal for that, you know. What an awesome pedal. Heading to the back of the DI, we've got an input jack with a 10 dB pad, a tuner out, a send and return for effects. You've got the 18 volt power jack. For outputs, we have an XLR line out with a line switch that toggles between minus 20 dB mic level and 0 dB line level. The 1/4 inch out features a 10 dB boost switch if you want it. There's also a ground switch. Hey, I really love this pedal. If there was ever an all-in-one analog box of tone for the bass, I think this is it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Well, hey friends, I hope you found this video helpful if you're thinking about buying one of these SansAmp XB drivers. And if you are, please click my Sweetwater link in the description below. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.